I know you felt the breeze that kicked up through the course of the afternoon and the highs that reached up into the 70s. We're taking a look down toward our Yark Chevy of Perrysburg camera. Zoomed in on some of the fall color that's beginning to grip the area. Headed toward the peak of our fall color season. You'll hear much more about that coming up in a few moments, but the trees are swaying just a touch in that breeze. It does continue. Now, I do expect that we're going to stay on the breezy side as we go through the evening tonight. A live look downtown Toledo out toward Middle Grounds Metro Park, and off in the distance we've got the Glass City Riverwall. Lots of activity on the Maumee River still this time of year, and temperature-wise it's been cooperating today. Low to mid 70s for many areas. Southwest winds right around 8 miles per hour, and humidity levels beginning to creep up as more rain chances do near parts of the area. Mid 70s very common for Bowling Green through Fremont down toward Tiffin, where rain's been a little more common back toward Williams and Defiance County. We're in the upper 60s. And I do have a batch of light showers now approaching the I-75 corridor. Some of these sprinkles going to make their way to the Toledo Metro. Bowling Green just west of Finley, and some additional showers that will become more common west of the Ohio and Indiana state line. Here's the cold front that's going to increase our chance of rain over the next couple of hours, and I expect our highest chance of rain is going to be after dark tonight, and a cold front that will come through the area likely while you sleep tonight. What a difference this fall compared to last autumn. And if you remember this, we were on track for one of the wettest falls on record last year. Up to this point in the season, we had over 8 inches of total rainfall. Compared to this fall, less than 3 inches of total rainfall. And that's made a big difference in some of our fall colors. Let's bring in meteorologist John Birchfield. And John, there are many reasons why last year stands out, not only for the fall harvest, but it also resulted in one of our latest peaks in the fall color season on record. What are we expecting this year with the drier conditions?
Yeah, Chris, what a night and day difference. I really like that bird's eye view you showed us with the Fifth Third Bank camera. We are nearing the peak of fall foliage, and last year at this time, most of the trees were still green. For most of the region, we are 5 to 10 days away. That's less than 2 weeks from peak fall color this autumn, and the weather does play a role in that. Now, depending on where you live, impacts when you reach the peak of fall foliage. Across northern Ohio, that typically happens between October 17th and 24th. Central Ohio, it's a little bit later, close to late October, and the very end of October is when the southern fringe of Ohio, close to the Ohio River, reaches fall foliage. Now, across Michigan and the UP, they're already past the peak of fall colors. Northern Michigan enjoying that peak of fall foliage, and if you live in, say, Hillsdale or Monroe, nearing that peak within the next 5 days, you'll enjoy the vivid and vibrant fall colors. Here's just one example of an area park, Farnsworth Metro Park, right along the river, enjoying some of those fall colors. If you subscribe to this week's Climate Friday newsletter, you can head to WTOL.com/email. I'll break down a much more thorough explanation of the science behind the leaves and also how the fall color season is changing due to climate change. Now, rain's not the only thing falling from the sky today. The wind is really whipping around those leaves, and you've probably seen some colorful leaves falling from the trees as well. The winds are briefly going to kick up this evening as a cold front passes, diminishing overnight, but then tomorrow afternoon we have a breezy day with 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And Chris, that front also going to cool us down big time with that fall chill.
And John, you and I both know what comes next then. The rakes and the leaf blowers are going to be out to pick up all those leaves that continue to come down.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy November. I really like that graphic also you showed with the rainfall comparison. Local farmers really have been enjoying this dry autumn compared to last year where it was unworkable.
Yeah, no issues getting the harvest in, but I do expect we will get some showers tonight, but that's really going to be limited in our 10-day forecast. John, appreciate that breakdown as those winds are expected to continue tonight. In advance of that cold front, it still will stay breezy and warm, but once that front rolls through, and that will happen tonight into tomorrow morning, you'll feel the difference into tomorrow morning. We'll be back in the upper 40s. It will stay cooler and breezy much of the day. We'll get a decent amount of sun late tomorrow morning through early afternoon, then the clouds will increase once again tomorrow afternoon with winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. Right around 60 for your high Thursday. We'll get mixed clouds and sun. We'll favor a window of sunshine late morning through about lunchtime. I'll mention an isolated shower, but much of the day expected to be dry and winds will still be gusty, so the leaves beginning to blow around. Upper 50s for Friday, close to the low 60s Saturday. Brief mention of a sprinkle Saturday. I expect much of the weekend, though, will be dry, and then a plunge toward cooler weather. That arrives Monday of next week. Some showers and highs that could struggle to even reach 50 by Tuesday of next week.